A teen witnessing a violent tragedy. A mother of four murdered at her own doorstep with her newborn baby in her arms.
Police say the 16-year-old murder suspect was the ex-boyfriend of the victim's daughter, who carried out a plan to hurt her and her family.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing today? Hope your day's going pretty good. My day's going pretty good. Got a story for y'all today. Coming out of Florida, Jacksonville, Florida. Shout out to everybody in the city of Jacksonville, and also shout out to everybody in the state of Florida. This lady here, 38-year-old Aloysia Gonzalez, lost her life to a 16-year-old. And you may say to yourself, what happened? How did she lose her life to a 16-year-old? What's up? What's going on? What happened? Why? Before I get into that, let me read a little bit something for the news for you real quick. In Jacksonville, Florida, according to the police officials, a young teen later identified as a 16-year-old was taken into custody and later charged with murder and other charges in connection with the death of 38-year-old Aloysia. Police officials said the boy shot the woman in the head while she was holding her one-year-old baby. Luckily, the little baby was not harmed, but the 38-year-old mom was suffering from life-threatening injuries when the officers arrived to the scene. In Jacksonville, Florida, according to the police officials, a young teen later identified as a 16-year-old was taken into custody and later charged with murder and other charges in connection with the death of 38-year-old Aloysia. Police officials said the boy shot the woman in the head while she was holding her one-year-old baby. Luckily, the little baby was not harmed, but the 38-year-old mom was suffering from life-threatening injuries when the officers arrived to the scene. She was rushed to the hospital and was pronounced dead shortly after. First of all, I want to send my deepest condolences to the family of Aloysia Gonzalez. This is truly tragic. Now, she leaves behind an 18-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 1-year-old, a 3-month-old, and a 5-week-old. Man, mother of four gone for nothing. But let me get into the part that led to her being gone. So Aloysia Gonzalez stepped out on the porch with her and her 5-week-old child. A young man pulls up and said, "Hey, I have a gun. I will fire."
Police say Gonzalez was standing on the front porch of her residence carrying her infant daughter when a 16-year-old showed a gun and yelled, "I'll fire."
To make a long story short, he did exactly that. So he fired his weapon, hitting Aloysia Gonzalez in her head. Now, think about it. She had her child in her arm when he did this. Now, the child was not injured in the midst of this. That lets you know how strong of a mother she was. She was still able to protect her child, even though this young, foolish acting young man come through with some foolishness on his mind and took her life. I give a hand clap for that, but I'm gonna give a slow hand clap for that, because the exact person that this 5-week-old, this 18-year-old, this 1-year-old, 6-year-old, all her children needed her in their life, and her life was cut short at 38 years old. Now, when this happened, the neighbor and she also had a cousin inside of the house. Both of them came outside, not at the same time, but they came outside and found Aloysia Gonzalez with a gunshot wound to the head.
Nina Osorio is Gonzalez's cousin.
The moment I saw her laying there, it really hit me hard. I didn't know what to do. I was frozen.
When a neighbor came outside, she found Gonzalez on the ground, unresponsive, with a gunshot wound to the head. The infant daughter was not injured. Investigators say they have surveillance video of the shooter running away using a rideshare.
She did.
The cousin was puzzled, didn't know what to do, scared, just frightened. And I guarantee the neighbor was also frightened and didn't know what to do. And the reason that this happened is because, now, before I get into that, they also seen on the surveillance camera he was leaving using a ride share. Very sad, very senseless. So after she was shot, they rushed her to the hospital where she died of her injuries. One more time, my deepest condolences go out to the family and the friends of Miss Alualia Gonzalez. So the reason that this happened was because he dated Alualia Gonzalez's daughter. I'm expecting the 18-year-old because he couldn't been dating the other one. So the 18-year-old is who he was dating. So she's 2 years older than him from the jump. She broke off a relationship with this young man, 16 years old. I would not give out a name or a picture and do that he is a minor. But there is a picture circulating on the internet if you want to go try to look it up. So he was upset because the daughter broke up at least 9 to 10 month relationship, which is not long at all. In one report it says 9 months, in one report it says 10 months. So between 9 and 10 months, they were in a relationship. So she broke it off. And he threatened the mother and also the daughter that he was going to retaliate, that he was going to do something. And he also told the young lady, if I can't be with you, no one else will. Which didn't even make any sense at all, or why he would go try to take out one of her family members. Oh, bingo. He did that because he wanted to hurt her. And I guarantee this here hurt her to the core, taking this young lady's mother out. How sorry, how weak, how cowardly. Does not make any sense at all. Just because this young lady wanted to break off a relationship with you. 16 years old. 16. When I was 16 years old and someone broke up with me, I found me another girlfriend. I went and rode my bike. I went to church. I did all type of things that were positive. Never had a thought in my mind that I wanted to go try to take her out or take one of her family members out at 16 years old, even as a grown man. For what? Life goes on. A relationship will part whether it's by force or choice. And the reason I say that, what if that 18-year-old young lady died? The relationship is over with anyway. Or what if she broke up with him like she did? Now, think about how stupid this is. He threatened to take her life, to take some life of some relatives, or maybe even hers. And he said, if I can't be with you, no one else will. Tell me what sense this makes. Now, what if he does take her life? The one that he was in a relationship with, the 18-year-old. If he would have took her life, his life would have been over with anyway, which is already over with anyway from what he did. So he's behind bars, and this young lady's life is gone, and he's not going to have her anyway. Don't make any sense. So the idiot go and take out the mother, and the 18-year-old is still alive. Bingo. She's going to be with somebody else anyway. So what in the world did he solve? Nothing. A young man doing something based off of his feelings made a stupid decision, a split stupid decision, all because of a breakup. He couldn't handle his feelings. He couldn't handle her saying no. He couldn't take rejection. He couldn't find nobody else. He couldn't do nothing else productive. The only thing he could think of was to take this young 38-year-old mother of four's life. Very sad, very tragic, very stupid, very senseless. Does not make any sense. I don't know if this young man was unlearned or untaught, but even if he was taught, he still made a dumb decision based off his feelings. Sometimes you can teach a child something and they'll still go off to the left, but you taught them to go to the right, but they went to the left instead. So I don't know if this young man was raised up right or not. Don't know. But that don't even matter these days because people the young generation want to grow up and be with the in crowd, want to fit in. So he threw his life away. He also took the life of a 38-year-old woman, mother of four. Now they're trying to figure out whether to try him as an adult. Those who live in Florida, put in the comments what they do when it's a young man or a young lady or a minor anyway that commits an act like this or commits a crime like this. What does they do when it comes down to stuff like this? What happens? But I think they should try him as an adult. I do. No slap on the wrist, no feeling sorry, no crime of passion. This was premeditated. He already threatened the mother and also the young lady he was in a relationship with. He knew exactly what he was going to do. So he needs to pay for this and he needs to go down for this. And some people might say, oh man, you being hard. No, give him a second chance. Yeah, he might need a second chance. But right now, he don't need a second chance. This young man has to learn his lesson one way or the other. Because if you get this guy a slap on the wrist, he get right back out and maybe do this again. Those are facts. He'll get right back out and hey, they slapped me on the wrist. I just read in the story somewhere where a bunch of young men broke in the man's house and they downed the man. And some way in that state that they was in, the young man got out and now they on podcast talking about the murder they did and walking around here free. But the man life that they took, that they were trying to rob, is gone. How senseless. The laws need to change. People's lives be taken every day for nothing. So leave a comment and let me know what y'all think about this. Do y'all think he should be tried as an adult? Or should he get a second chance? Which I think, no. No second chances. Not at all. Because he took a life of a mother that cannot be replaced. She cannot be replaced at all. And it seemed like in these pictures and stuff, she was a loving mother. Love her children. Love her family. Don't know if she was married or in a relationship. But everybody has to grieve over this. Shame, shame, shame. Ridiculous. Talk to your children. I talk to my children. You don't own no one. It's just love you have in high school, middle school, or as a young age. You're going to break up. Move on. Suck it up. Do better. And at the end of the day, the best revenge to give someone is success. Remember that. The best revenge is success. The best revenge he could have gave to her was success. Show her that you lost yourself a young, good man. But no, he showed her that she lost a loser. Straight up loser. A big L, hot L, served on a platter. But this stuff here is senseless. Talk to your teens. And also, this message go out to the grown-ups also. We don't own each other, whether you're married or in a relationship. When it's over with, move on. It's just over with. It is what it is. At least you live to fight another day. But if you go take somebody else out or take yourself out, you don't solve nothing. Leave a comment, like, share, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And give me your deepest thoughts. What do you think about this story? Have a good one and have a blessed one. And also, rest in peace, Alualia Gonzalez. Rest in peace, rest in peace, rest in peace. Y'all have a good one. Y'all have a blessed one. Holla at you.